Welcome to the Agents of the Unexplained podcast. From a haunted abandoned asylum to Sasquatch lurking in the dark woods and watching you, and all things unexplained, here are the stories from outside our realm. With your host, Bill Rigby.
Well, good evening, everybody. I know earlier I said Katy Elizabeth was going to be on. And right after I went off the air, she messaged me. She's not going to make it. She's in the emergency room right now. Severe hip pain and that. So she won't be on, unfortunately. Because I was really looking forward to discussing with her. We're going to redo it. And see, hey, Johnny, when she can come on. But I'm going to try to talk to her tomorrow when she's, home. Hey, Daniel, shouldn't your bud be in bed? You look tired when I talked to you earlier. But so there we go, talking about the sea cryptid. Hey, Gwen. So the very last minute, I wasn't going to try to get anybody. So we're just going to talk. Let's see, what can we talk about? Hey, Sean, how you doing? We can talk about what kind of your favorite music, if you're out camping by yourself, what kind of music are you playing while you're sitting there at the campfire? Are you playing some real soft rock? Hey, Sparky, are you just listening to the sounds of nature? You playing some drum music? Yeah, depends on my mood when I'm out there by myself, and see what it'll bring in. Sometimes I'm just sitting at the fire, staring at the fire and listening to the sounds around me, which ain't much. Are you sure about that, Sparky? Yep. Actually, some Guns N' Roses. Gary, you're right. Music does attract wild animals. Hell, it brings me out. But no, seriously. There's times I'll listen to soft rock. Definitely listen to Guns N' Roses when I'm out there by myself. I love Guns N' Roses. Knocking on Heaven's Door, Sweet Child of Mine. We can go on and on and on. But other times, I might bring up some drumming music. That's what it does that too. That helps draws things in. Other times I'm just sitting there listening and enjoying the peace and quiet and hearing the wood crackle. Oh, I miss those days right now. But whichever suits you is what you do out there. I sat around plenty of fires by myself for decades. I'm not always out there with someone. You want to hear? Yeah, well, Gary, you don't have to be blasting it. You know, it does travel. Hi, Josh. Uh, Sound does travel. Uh, yeah, definitely. Sparky, a wind chime. Yes. I know a couple people that does that. Yeah. And it attracts stuff. Now, we need to do that one night, Sparky. Seriously. If we just go for an overnight research. Um, we got plenty of wind chimes hanging off my ass here on the front porch. We can borrow one for the night or two. So I know other ones that have done that, and I'm trying to think. There was something I've read where, yeah, Gary, you're putting it up, and I know I'm trying to think where I read it at, where Indians use wind instruments to track, and I can't remember where I read that at. I wish I could. Something really, a really good book, had a lot to it. Yeah. Hey, Rob, I'm glad you're out of the hospital. I'm glad you're able to listen. Yeah, that's great. But, some people use whale sounds that help draw in wildlife and the Bigfoot. Now, I do that a lot of times too, Josh. A lot of times I play some music, but I am not blasting it like my neighbor does with his rap music, where he's shaking every window in my house. Me and him went rounds a few times last year on that. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. The hell you didn't. I'll rip that system right out of your car, especially later at night when my grandkids were in bed. Ugh. No, you play it so the sound can travel, but you don't blast it. You don't have to blast it. It's not like we're getting Ortega down there in Panama. Don't need that loud. Um, that's just a technique to try. But seriously, with Sparky, I'd love to try that Sparky one night. Hi, Renee. How you doing tonight? What else would you guys like to talk about? Now it sounds like Cody wrote internet land. What do you want to talk about? But no, seriously, like I said, Katy was supposed to be here, but she's in the ER. I feel for her. I'm sorry she's going through that pain and all, but she's there to get some help, and it took them a while to get her back into the ER, back into the rooms back there. So it's going to be a while with her. And she felt bad, and I said, we just reschedule. I don't care. Her health's more important. I'm doing better. Got over that flu. I do got to go for some other tests on the 13th. So I get everything else squared away. So I'm back to full strength. I can't wait to get back out and do more researching. And Sparky, maybe this weekend we'll slide out for a few hours. Let me know what you want to do. Because cabin fever is killing me. So have you guys been getting out? Have you been seeing anything? Hey, Lise, how you doing, hon? Night vision goggles. They should be all right. I don't see a problem in that. You know, but you got to make sure, you're in an area that you're not going to come up to some kind of light. It's some, and I know what you're saying, Josh, because a lot of those areas you don't. But you got to be careful. Yeah, because then you're going to be blinded. Oh, you too, huh? We'll talk later. I can tell you what's going on this end. If you go to use your night vision goggles, you better have a light handy just in case. Plus extra batteries with you. Coffee time. Howdy, Michael. Howdy, Miss Laura. The thing is, when you're using your night vision, you got to be on your game. You can't just rely on that. You got to rely on sound and smell, too. Tell her I said thank you. You got to rely on all that, too, Josh. So don't just rely on the night vision goggles. Because you might be looking one area and the smell and sound's coming from somewhere else on a different angle. You said it right the first time. I caught it, but I didn't say it, Mike. Oh, my goodness. But you said it right the first time, brother. But you got spell check on there, don't you, buddy? Yeah, exactly, Michael. And Sparky, you're probably right. Yeah. And this. Well, yeah, Gary, if it's windy, it's hard to tell. I'm not going to lie. But there's a lot of summer nights the wind ain't blowing. Well, if it is, it's a very light breeze. So you can tell, all right, there's a light breeze. It's coming from the south of me. So now you know it's coming from that area. Well, yeah, the green flashlight along with the game ears, that could help a lot. Something else that could help a lot to help bring them in close enough that you'll be able to see them is get Debbie preggy. I see she's watching. I'm going to get yelled at. Get Debbie preggy. Have her stand on the trail, and they'll be coming. They'll be tossing little nuts at her. Then you'll see one. Hi, Debbie. How are ya? um, uh, okay. Oh, okay. Aren't those a lot more expensive, Michael? No, Gary. That's when we was going down the Buckeye Trail. I thought so, Gary, or Mike. I really did. That was kind of funny, though, Gary. And I had my walking stick, and I still landed on my butt. At the same time she did. That was crazy. Funny, but crazy. Um, I'm going to check into that ambient light one. What do you think, Sparky? Ambient light might work better? Or you think they'll still notice? Sparky's another one I trust his judgment on the research technique. He covers the bases with everything like that. Definitely going to check the costs and see if it's feasible in my short budget. Because I can have some fun with that. And it's, especially some of the areas we go. But no, wait a minute. What is this, Robin? Well, I was in the hospital one of the student nurses, and you got into a discussion of Bigfoot. You'd be amazed as to how much I learned here to support my position of existence. I think made him a believer. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Then a 500 millimeter lens. 500 millimeter lens. That's going to bring things up close and real personal. And I would have loved to see that one at that gun show, Michael. Because that would have been interesting. That would have been real interesting just to see how it worked. That's a damn good question, Sparky. Let me put this up. And I'm going to give my opinion real quick. All right. They noticed they were living back in the day, the Indians were living out in the woods peacefully. Only getting what they need to eat and survive with. They weren't going out slaughtering everything like the white man. And I believe they did trade with the Bigfoot. And I do believe some were peaceful, some were violent. And I believe they're like human. Everyone got a different attitude. They could be peaceful. They could be aggressive. I'm not. Right there. That's where I was going with that. Thanks, Gary. All right, Michael. Get started off for us. Or give us a short rundown on the Blackfoot stories. And I believe, I talked to Nick and Cologne and at one time, and I said, all in all, I think they're all very passive. And I says, I think he corrected me. There is a pod of them, I believe in Arizona, that are very, very aggressive. So this is very, very interesting there. And the white man ways. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's interesting. That's interesting. Find my calendar. Where's my calendar? Way back there. Hang on. There you go, man. The 28th. Okay. The 28th. Please do that, Michael. Send me that link. The 28th, I'm going to have Barry Webster on. Native American. He's First Nation. And we're going to learn a lot from him. I'll guarantee it. I'll guarantee it. First Nation, they got their handed down. But I know for a fact, some people say, well, the stories get stretched after being handed down so many times. But they're not. And here's why. Because when an elder is teaching the younger ones the traditions and how things work, they teach them word for word. They don't change a thing. So they'll have the facts and have what they was taught from their parents and from their parents and their parents, and it's word for word. And they weren't allowed to change it. They had to learn it that way. So I believe in a lot of everything they say. Um, when someone says their stories get exaggerated, I don't buy into it. Yeah, let me put that up. Pikuni, Bigfoot Storytelling Project. That's definitely going to check that out. Yeah, I got in a few arguments with people uh, over the natives, and I just walked away because they're saying because this is what they believe. And that's like someone telling me Bigfoot jumps through portals, but they never seen a Bigfoot and they never seen him jump through portals. So how do you know? Because that's what they do. No, please tell me this is your perspective. Then I'll buy into it so much. But to say that's exactly what they do without any proof, I don't buy into it. And knowing how the Indians relayed the history down word for word till their kids learn it, I buy into that. Now, last week when I had Ryan Trimbley on, and we was talking about the Wendigo, learned a lot. I really did. And, some people were saying they're cryptid. They're not cryptid. Wendigo is not cryptid. Some say it's paranormal. I'm not buying paranormal. I ain't saying it's not, but I'm not buying into it. I'm saying it's demonic. And Ryan kind of agreed with me. So that's demonic. And he has talked to the Indians that was able to share some of the insights of it. So he learned from that. And he done a lot of studying on it. So it is what it is, and he recommended the book, and I believe Gary ordered the book. I know I didn't order it yet. I was waiting until this coming week. I don't know if it's elemental, basically, or not, Josh. I'm saying it's more demonic. Because the way it possesses and destroys the person and kills the other people, that's demonic. And that's good, Gary. I'm going to order mine coming this week. They are but I don't know if they're elemental type demons. It's a possibility. I know that type of demonic possession, and I mean demonic possession. Now, I know Shelley Stetzer ran into some demons, and heard Steve's way. And when she was first telling her story, I'm sitting there listening, And I'm keeping an open mind, okay? But I'm starting to think, the hell's wrong with this woman? What the hell's going on? But she kept going on more and more in depth. And it's like, oh my God, I know what's wrong. She's seeing demons. And I believe hers are more elementals, Josh. And these ones that she was seeing was transforming themselves, looking like a Bigfoot, looking human. So, which is scary. I'm not going to lie. That is some scary shit right there. And something I don't want to deal with. And hi, Grace. How you feeling? Grace had minor eye surgery today. And I hope you're doing okay, Grace. So, with Shelly, I felt bad for her. I really do. I'm glad you're doing okay. I really am. We got you in our prayers. Everyone, make sure you light a candle, send good vibes, healing vibes to her. Grace is a great lady. Love her and her husband. They're both awesome people. And very nice people at that. Other when she goes to the log cabin and eat, not take me. Why would your aunt do that, Josh? Why would she do that? She was that evil of a person? She was that screwed up in the head? Why would anyone, truthfully? I shouldn't be so judgmental, but when it comes to something like that, I'm judgmental. I don't even have a Ouija board. I won't even have a Ouija board. You don't know what you're summing up. Oh yeah, I'll guarantee it. I can guarantee it. Oh, okay. I'm going to get off this subject. I'm going to jump over to something else real quick. We can always come back to it. I got a message earlier today. Yes, Tim, yes. And I don't understand why. I really don't. I got a message earlier today. That's how I'd be willing to come speak for the Fayette County Bigfoot Project down at Patsy Holman again this year. And I told him I would. That's going to be June 1st. And then June 7th, 8th, and 9th, we will be in Marionville. I'll be speaking up there. I sent my speakers form in today, contract in today, and he thanked me for it. I'm getting paid big bucks. I'm telling you, big bucks. I'm getting a whole 0.00. Why do people want to get to share some of their knowledge? They want paid. I'm buying my own food. I have a place to stay. I'm not asking for transportation money. So, and I know other ones are asking to get paid. Well, some of them I can understand how far they're traveling, but I got a place to stay. I got money for food. It's okay. I can get up there. So then August 3rd, we're going to be in central Pennsylvania, Elizabeth, for the Central PA Bigfoot Cryptid Fest. I'll be speaking there. That's another big event. Almost as big, if not as big, it's going to be as Forest County. Then on the 10th of August, I'll be speaking at Hillview Manor, down in Lawrence County. Yeah, Gary, I don't understand that either. Even though they offered, no, I can't do it. And hopefully, we'll get to meet some really good people that we haven't met yet. That's going to be up there. I know a couple guys coming up from down south that I haven't met yet that's going to be speaking, and I'm really looking forward to it. Amy. Yes, I agree with that too. Amy, your opinion's worth a lot. Don't ever put yourself down. Your opinion's worth a lot. Yeah, and I agree with this too, Sparky. I seen that happen up here, and Clark charged the girl $75 not to do a damn thing. Yes, her opinion is plus some. I agree. Yeah. Like I said, only reason I'm rattling on is because Katy ended up in the emergency room tonight. Or she'd be on. We're going to reschedule it. I'll talk to her tomorrow. I said, just worry about your health. So that's why I'm rattling on. Now, like with the infrared lighting for the night vision, yeah, I agree with that. Ambient light, it's worth trying and see what happens. Yeah. Gary, I agree. Now, and I agree with someone's called out on a Bigfoot or a paranormal investigation, and they're asked not to share it. You don't share it. Respect the person's privacy. Respect what they're good enough to tell you. You respect what they're saying. Plain and simple. You know, and then you don't go putting it all so you can get paid for it. No, I don't agree with that. I know a few people caught hell for not sharing when they were asked not to. And you know what? The report you are taking, it belongs to the people that are giving it to you. And that's that. You don't own it. You're sharing what they want you to share. If they don't want it publicized, you don't publicize. If they said, well, you can give general location, give general location. They don't want their names. Don't give their damn names. And I'm seeing people catching hell for doing as the people that are giving the reports, they're catching hell for it. And it shouldn't be. And I'll back the person up 120%. I've taken a few reports and they did not want it shared. I didn't share it, and I ain't going to share it. I had other reports given to me that I had to do a little bit of redacting to share, and I've done that. The other one says, use my name. I don't care. I said, well, I'm not using the exact location. I ain't having 100 million people trampling through there. That's fine. Boom. It's called respect of the ones you're taking the reports from. Okay, I'm off that high horse. Now I'm getting on another one. Winter sucks. We haven't had no real snow, so we can go find some tracks. We only had a week of deep freeze, so that didn't kill off a lot of ticks and fleas and other bugs. Winter sucks. I ended up with upper respiratory infection 3 times so far this winter, and influenza A once. Winter sucks. I don't know who's going to argue with me other than Sparky loves winter. But he does. He loves winter. I don't. I like spring, summer, and fall. But it is what it is. I'm feeling better. I'll be getting out more now. Yes, I'll be dressed for it. We got several things going down that we got planned. Oh, February 8th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Blue Collar Betty's, 39 Chestnut Street, Wheatland, Pennsylvania. 16161. 5 o'clock's dinner hour, 6 o'clock the meet and greet. No bugs in the winter. Till you hit 40 degrees. We only had 1 week of deep freeze to kill off any of those bugs. They might have killed off a few, but not enough. Takes 2 weeks. A good solid freeze. Hell, we haven't even been able to go ice fishing. I don't ice fish. I'm not taking a chance of going out on that ice and go, whoosh. I don't like the cold that much. I know it's not over yet, Tim. Believe me. I know it. But I can honestly say, let me give a quick count here for you. We're going to have like 50 tables of vendors. At the conference. I am in 50 different vendors. It's 50 tables I got counted right now. Plus tables for our speakers who they will be having Gary, I'm reading your Four Seasons. Four Seasons in Ohio, June, July, August, and winter. Oh my God. So some of them got 3 tables, some got 2, some got 1. We got, I think, 34 vendors right now. And plus our 5 speakers. We got Tony LeBorn from the Mountain Man TV show, Jim Boardwine. Dave and Carrie Rupert, Robert Solomon, Christine Sultas. Then my MC, which I'm excited about, Amy Boo. So the conference is, exactly 2 months away, and we're ready. We're ready for you folks. That's Sparky. That's Pennsylvania road construction. The orange barrels are the Pennsylvania state animal. The cones are the state flowers. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Yes, I went there. By the way, PennDOT is laying off a few hundred men come springtime. They bought this new piece of equipment from Japan. It's a shovel that can stand up by itself. Yep. I know. Bad joke. Bad joke. I'm glad you're excited, Grace. Oh, I'm stoked. I'm nervous and stoked. And it's it's bigger than last year. I don't know what to say about it other than it's bigger than last year. If it gets much bigger than what it is right now, I'm going to have to find a new venue for it. I don't know where to go. I really don't. Because it's such a trying to find a place big enough that we could afford that it's not going to kill the vendors for paying for the spot, and it's not going to kill me covering the difference. It's just try to find someplace economical for it. Like I'm vending at the Bigfoot conference again this year. That's $150 for one table. Is it worth it for me? Not really. For some of the reports and stuff I'll get, yes, it's worth it. Jay Fouch. Hi, buddy. How you doing, brother? With it, getting the reports are very well worth it. And getting the stories from people, very well worth it. Financially, no, it's not. Hey, Griff. The thing is, I'm doing it this year because I want to get the reports. I want to get the stories. I want to get get to see the other people. Now, I made a lot of good friends there. And heard a lot of good stuff. And hey, there's my niece. Hi, Missy. The thing. Oh, my Nuggets watching. I love that little girl. We get so much information from the different conferences. It's awesome. I learned things from them too. Last year I got to a few. I didn't get out in the woods like I wanted to because of the illnesses, the blood clots and all that. I'm planning on being out there this year. Like I said, I'm speaking there. I'm going to be at a couple other ones, just going to them and speaking at 4 of them. But I'm going to learn. I hear what other ones say. I learned a lot from Jay in his pictures. You don't have to red circle them either. That's the thing. And there's Blue Tracker. He's out there right now. Hey, Dave. There's another one. You got all these researchers that put in their time and do their thing and share their knowledge. And something Jay put this morning, I think it was, he's not putting those pictures up there to prove anything to you guys. He's sharing what he's finding. He doesn't have to prove a damn thing to anybody. Not a single researcher out there had to prove anything to anybody. They're sharing what they're finding. And that's what it's all about. And Jay hit it right on the head, what he had to say today. And I agreed 125%. You know, so I think someone said some shit to him for him to be saying that. And he put them in their place if they did. Or if it's just someone thinking that, they got put in their place. Because we don't mind sharing. We don't mind explaining some of the stuff. But if you're demanding that know what the hell we're saying and what we're doing and how we're doing it, Jay shoots from the hip. He'll tell you where to get off at. I know he will. And Jay's a damn good researcher. I'm telling you, I know he is. And so is Blue Tracker. You know, we're all getting older. I admit it. You know, I'm 65 years old. Now. I'm still going out till the day I die. You know, because I want to learn. I got to figure stuff out. Excuse me. Yeah, I still got a cough. Dr. F, it's been 3 years since you quit smoking? I don't know. No, since 2019. And he's thinking. I said, December of 2019. 4 years. And yes, I still get a smoker's cough once in a while. But anyhow, I've been at this for about an hour. Katy, if you catch us, we're thinking about you. Hope the ER does you justice. I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. Feel better, young lady. All you guys out there, you have a great evening. Stay warm, stay safe. Keep on squatching. And keep on checking out the paranormal. Because just remember, paranormal is the new normal.
This has been an Agents of the Unexplained original podcast. Like us on Facebook, subscribe and view on YouTube, and please visit our store link in the bio. Thank you for listening, and remember that paranormal